Hey, what's up, and welcome to another video. Today's an exciting day. Why is it exciting? Because we're going to take a look at some video comparisons between the Sony A7S3 and the Apple iPhone 12 Pro. You're not excited? All right. How about now? No? Okay. How about now? How about now, I know that a lot of people are not seriously going to be looking at comparing the video between a pro-level video mirrorless camera such as the Sony A7S3, which is, in my opinion, best in class right now until you get up to like a cinema camera like a Red. And no one's going to be looking at that comparison really between this and the iPhone 12 Pro in regards to professional work. So today the goal is very simple. We're going to be toggling back between the iPhone 12 Pro and the Sony A7S3. And at the very end, we're going to let you decide, could you tell the difference the entire time? Maybe you're going to get surprised. Either way, we're going to shoot this two ways. Number one is going to be this talking head kind of interview style video. The next thing we're going to do is going to be just a quick and light slow motion B-roll style clip to which we're going to be testing the A7S3 versus the iPhone 12 Pro as well. So let's get 4 minutes on the clock and get into it. Now we're going to continue to toggle back and forth between these two cameras. I'm not going to be putting up the reveal until the very end, but the settings are going to be up on screen right now so that you can see the iPhone 12 Pro is shooting in 4K, 24 frames a second, which is the best that it can shoot. And the A7S3 is also shooting in 4K at 24 frames a second, but it has some additional capabilities that the iPhone does not have, which technically will make it higher quality, but you be the judge in regards to what you're thinking right now, what's being shot on. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. Now, from an exposure perspective, I got as close as possible. It's tough to gauge the exact exposure with the iPhone. The A7S3 is being shot at f4, and the iPhone, I'm not sure the exact aperture because in the basic native Apple settings, I can't choose the aperture, especially for video, so I just try to get the exposure as close as possible. But for all intents and purposes, this is a fair comparison for aperture because I'm literally right against a wall, so there shouldn't be too much depth of field anyways. Now, from a color perspective, I haven't done anything with the iPhone besides get the exposure tuned in, and for the A7S3, I am shooting in S-Log3, which is technically the best color profile that it can shoot in, and again, wanting to max out the A7S3 to make sure that we're giving it the highest quality so that hopefully at the end you could be like, yeah, that was definitely the S3 the entire time. Last piece that I have before we jump into some of that B-roll is simply going to be, is there really people out there who are asking, which one should I get between these two? I don't think so. We're not really comparing apples to apples here by any means. This is more so for fun. I'm curious to see how it does myself. Hope it does well because having an iPhone in my pocket that shoots really good video, I'm going to be really happy with that. Will it replace professional work? Absolutely not. Maybe someday the technology gets there to where we can do that, but right now I love having a professional level camera for what it does for me creatively. Oh, and last piece, back on color, sorry. Even though I am shooting an S-Log3 with the Sony, I'm simply just going to be converting that back over to Rec 709. I'm not going to be doing any special color to it, trying to get these two as close as possible, and on the iPhone I might adjust the white balance a little bit in post to try to get them to sync up as much as I can. Now let's switch over and take a look at how these cameras do in a slow motion environment, shooting something like just some basic and quick B-roll. From a slow motion perspective, just keep in mind that the A7S3 can shoot in 4K slow motion, and the iPhone, though it can shoot in 4K 60, I did that earlier and tried getting those files into Premiere and they are ineditable. I think it's their H.265 codec, so that didn't work out, so we're going to shoot the iPhone in 1080 at 120 frames a second. Both of these are going to be handheld, and I do expect the iPhone to do better with handheld shots, but we'll see. Alright, so how'd you do? We're back. Did you get them right? Well, I guess you don't know yet because we gotta do the reveal. Also curious how I'm doing on time. I'm sure I've blown out this timer at this point, but I did my best. I promise I tried to stay as concise as possible. Curious how I did. Anyways, let's do the reveal. So this shot right here, the one that you're looking at, is being shot on the iPhone 12 Pro. Yeah, did you get that? And this one, this is the A7S3. So hopefully you got those two right. Let's take a look at the B-roll. This is being shot on the iPhone 12 Pro, and this one is being shot on the Sony A7S3. Hope you enjoyed that fun comparison of these two cameras. Keep in mind that, I mean, look, someone like Peter McKinnon, he can have the iPhone in his pocket, maybe even the iPhone 1, and I can have the A7S3 and he's gonna smoke me. At a certain point, it does come down to talent and your ability to tell stories. But this was a fun comparison between the two. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Sean DeWispelaire. I'm a part-time creative, and this channel is 100% dedicated to the skills behind the arts of creativity. Photo, video, all things related. And me being in the fitness industry full time, it's always gonna have a bit of a fitness feel to it. So if that's something that you're into, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. See ya.